There are 4 parts to Austin's question, so I'm going to answer each of them individually. The first one is, going from bipolar to a unipolar world, do you think this provides more or less structure? I think it depends. It gives more structure to those that support the U.S. and potentially less structure for those not allied with us. This is because those who are not allied with us will feel the need to try to keep us from getting too strong. In Waltz's piece, he describes how China chose to align itself with the U.S. during the Cold War because they believed the Soviet Union was becoming too strong, even though the opposite was true. So similar things will happen regarding to us. As Kenneth Waltz says, in the end, power will balance power. Second question, does this put too much responsibility in our hands? I think it does, because there are many different cultures and groups of people. Having this kind of power feels as though we are imposing Americanization or Westernization on them if they want to have the same benefits as us, as being the superpower. If they don't, it feeds into the West versus rest mentality that we learned about last week. Third, does this put too much ability as we please? No, the contest for power as outlined by John J. Mearsheimer in China's Unpeaceful Rise shows that all great powers have some offensive military capability, and no state can know the intentions of the other states with certainty, especially their future intentions. He also states the mightier the state is, the less likely it is that another state will attack. With this in mind, the U.S. uses our power so that other states are not inclined to join together and attack. And if the U.S. were to abuse the power, not only would other states object and potentially join together to attack, the internal populace would object as well, and having to deal with external and internal threats to our power is never a good thing. Fourth, and lastly, can we maintain control over the world as a whole? I don't think we can contain control over the world as a whole, as evidenced by the political turmoil in the Middle East and various African countries. The U.S. only has enough power to keep things at bay, and the boundaries of our power are constantly being tested.